So for today's deep dive, we're looking at the NTI ST-C6DVIA-IR-L-300, which is quite a mouthful of a model number.
It really is, and it's for a video standard that a lot of people might think is, long gone, DVI.
DVI, yeah.
Yeah,
It feels like a legacy format.
it is, definitely. But legacy doesn't mean obsolete, not by a long shot. You have a huge amount of, say, industrial and medical equipment out there still using DVI.
And I'm guessing that equipment isn't always right next to the screen it needs to connect to.
Exactly the problem. And your standard DVI cables are thick, they get expensive fast, and the signal just falls apart after maybe 15, 20 feet.
So the whole mission here is to just extend that reach.
Precisely. This system takes that DVI video, stereo audio, and even infrared signals and pushes them up to 300 feet.
Yeah.
And it does it over standard networking cable.
Ah, okay, so SEC-T5, SEC-T6, that kind of thing?
Yep, SEC-T5, 6, or 7. The stuff that's probably already in your walls, which makes this a lifesaver for installers.
Right. It bridges that gap between, say, hardware from 2010 and the building infrastructure we have today. But whenever you convert a signal like this, there's usually a cost. Are we talking about compression? Is there lag?
That is the #1 question. And for any professional use, it's a deal breaker. The answer here is no. It supports resolutions all the way up to 1920 by 1200 or 1080p. No visible loss.
And the lag?
The spec sheet puts latency at 40 nanoseconds.
40 nanoseconds. So for a human, that's effectively zero.
It's instantaneous, yes.
Okay, but what about signal stability? Long copper runs can pick up all sorts of interference.
And that's where the engineering gets pretty clever. The remote unit, the one by the screen, has something called auto-equalization.
So it adjusts itself?
It does. It automatically senses how long the cable is and boosts the signal just enough to keep it clean. It prevents that sort of smearing or ghosting you can sometimes see.
And what about those little digital artifacts, the sparkles?
Jitter. They've gotten the jitter down to about 1.2 nanoseconds, which for a digital signal is incredibly low. So no, you're not going to see those random white pixels or have the sync drop out.
That's good to hear. Now, the IR in that long model name, I'm guessing that means infrared control.
You got it. The kit comes with IR emitters and receivers. So if your DVI source, like a media PC, is locked in a server rack 300 feet away.
You can still use its remote control from the display location.
Yeah, you just point the remote at a little receiver by the screen,
Yeah.
and the command zips right back down the SAT cable to the source. It's really useful.
It saves you the cardio of running back and forth. Okay, what about power? These extenders can be a real pain, often needing a power adapter at both ends.
They solve that too. You only need to power one side.
Oh, really? Either side?
Either the local or the remote unit. You plug in one power supply and it powers the entire chain. It makes the install behind a wall-mounted TV so much cleaner.
A huge plus. And is this thing built for that kind of environment? Is it durable?
It's powder-coated steel. It's really solid. And it's rated to operate in temperatures up to 122 degrees Fahrenheit. So a hot rack or a tight space behind a display isn't an issue.
Okay, one last thing. The digital handshake. Does it handle that properly, HDCP and all that?
It does. It's fully HDCP compliant, so your protected content from a Blu-ray player or whatever will work fine. And it also supports the DDC2B protocol.
Which means it passes the EDI data through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So your source computer knows exactly what kind of monitor it's connected to. It knows the native resolution without you having to manually configure anything. It just works.
So to sum it up, this is a really robust, almost industrial-grade solution for keeping older, but still valuable, DVI gear in service.
That's the perfect way to put it. It's about future-proofing the past. You get to use your existing DVI equipment, but you're running the signal on modern, versatile infrastructure.
It really makes you wonder, with tools like this extending its life, just how long a legacy standard like DVI can actually stick around. Something to think about.